I'm appalled. The people should have a right to know. It's unjustifiable. How can you justify killing and shooting down a man in the middle of the street, execution style? Again, simply because his only crime was walking in the middle of the street wanting to visit his grandmother.
Okay, folks, execution style. The media, this is a give me 5 on the media. Chris Hayes should have gone right back at her. No? Did he? Watch.
Senator, can I ask you if you have had interactions with any of the political officials? Obviously, you're a member of the Missouri State Senate. Have you had interactions? Is anyone talking to, or has there been any kind of communication between elected officials, the mayor, the city council of Ferguson, who, as far as I can tell, have been remarkably absent from the aftermath of this entire thing?
Nope. Did not confront her. Did not confront her. Want to go to Steve Kornacki on MSNBC? Watch.
And what these incidents and sort of what this tragic incident of a young man losing his life through, I say murder, right?
No, not right. It's not murder. It's not execution style. Will Kornacki come back at her?
And particularly what enrages me, and I use that word very carefully, but, it's very accurate, about the response has been the sort of overuse of the police officers against people peacefully protesting. And how, for African Americans, when we protest, when we do anything, we're all lumped together. Right? There is no separation. So the protesters then become looters, and everyone is looting. Everyone is committing violence. There is no separation.
When you see that poll number, that did the protesters go too far? Do you think that those things are being merged in people's
Absolutely.
minds?
See, he didn't take her to task for calling it a murder when she said, right? Murder, right? Let's go to Luke Russert. Also,
NBC's Ron Allen joins us live to expect over the next few hours. And Ron, obviously, last night was a real change what we saw a few nights ago. There is a sort of unity between police and protesters, at least in understanding, and peace was there. But the big news this morning is we expect to hear for the first time the name of the officer who was involved, in the murder of Michael Brown, or the killing of Michael Brown.
Okay, the murder of Michael Brown. Oh, I mean the killing of Michael Brown. At least Luke Russert corrected himself, right? So give him a little credit for that, but very little credit. All right, let's switch to George Stephanopoulos. Let's switch topics. Let's talk about ISIS, and let's talk about the threat that ISIS presents. I don't know what's gotten into George Stephanopoulos here, but I want you to watch.
On the bigger questions, Bill Kristol, it struck me how quickly this has all moved. From ISIS being, a minor threat, the president talking about it several months ago as the junior varsity, to now an imminent threat, the words of Chuck Hagel, to the United States. And I guess I wonder, is there a danger here of overreacting?
Is there a danger here of overreacting? Because, a couple of years ago, ISIS wasn't even a threat. Now, they're this major threat. Are we going to overreact? Watch.
I wish there were, but I think the fundamental danger remains underreaction. Back in January, when the president said to David Remnick, we've decimated al-Qaeda, core al-Qaeda, as they'd like to say, it's just a JV now. Our ambassador to Iraq, appointed by President Obama, Robert Beecroft, was telling Martha Raddatz, she reported this on your show and here on ABC, that we have a huge problem. There's this group, ISIS, that has taken over Fallujah and Ramadi and has ambitions to go north. Someone asked the ambassador, I believe in private, well, what is the White House doing about this? And he kind of shrugged. So I think the president, I would like a little overreaction by the president now. I don't think, when he's coming back from his vacation, he should go to Congress right away to get authorization. But meanwhile, he's acting under the War Powers Act, and he shouldn't wait. He shouldn't wait. There's a huge amount of bombing and damage that can be done to ISIS tomorrow if the president orders it.
You think that answered George Stephanopoulos' question? Way to go, Bill Kristol.